Hello, gorgeous Taurus. My gorgeous, gorgeous Taurus. We're going to look at your astrology, but you have an eclipse coming up. It's the last one. It's been a bumpy 18 months. It has, but you made it. You did. I'm really proud of you. This is a closing chapter and a fulfillment of so many things. You worked through, just in 2023 alone, you worked through so much unconscious elements, helping you bring forth the kind of expansion you truly want to see in yourself. Some Taurus, you guys ended up getting pregnant. Some of you ended up buying a house, moving. Some of you would have grown your businesses. It's been a big adventure. Now, granted, the past few months with Jupiter being retrograde in your sign and Uranus being retrograde in your sign, it's obviously been revision time. But you're still expanding, and you're getting the final pieces of the puzzle now. This illumination is going to show you some things. This full moon is going to show you some things, and this Scorpio season is going to show you some things. So that's what we're going to look into. We're going to do Scorpio season in its entirety for you. I'm Astrobrie, and this is your astrology for the month ahead. And as I record this, it is October 19th, so we'll go right into the middle of November where we hit Sag season. So let's look at it. By Sag season, my dog likes to co-star. By Sag season, although the two planets in your sign are still going to be retrograding, we will have Saturn going forward, and Saturn's been in Pisces, helping you really structure out what kind of friends you want to have, what kind of wishes and aspirations you want to have, and help you get really serious about your networks and your connections. And it's likely too, because Saturn rules over the houses in your chart that pertain to your career and your thought process and your morals and your aspirations and really how you relate to your higher power. You're getting super serious about that, and that means weeding out people who don't fit. And although, Taurus, you've never been one to accept people just because you should, you've always been quite selective. This time in your life is a very much a four on the floor type of experience. Okay, so I say that as I'm petting my dog. We're gonna go into the cards first. Remember to play with your pets. It's funny, my dog is so attentive to me right now. Taurus rules my house of pets, so he's like, hey, I'm here. Venus will be working its way out of Virgo and into Libra, and we'll be halfway through Libra by the time that this goes to the end of its transit. So by the end of Scorpio season, you will have fully gotten that boost from your fifth house, from 5 houses from your Taurus placement, whether that be your moon, your ascendant, your rising. This is tropical astrology, by the way. If you're looking at sidereal astrology, it's most of Aries. But tropical astrology alone, we're going to talk about how Venus is your ruler, okay? And with Venus being your ruler, there has been a big boost in creativity and love, but you're moving into a place where you need to perfect your perfection. And Taurus, the reason that you have Libra in your 6th house is because you are so good at finding equilibrium and finding internal balance in the way that you promote your lifestyle. You take your time doing the things that need to be done, and you're very comfortable taking your time to make sure things are done correctly. So Taurus, what do we got for you? What's the lesson for Taurus on this eclipse coming up and going forward? Interesting. 2 major arcanas, but they came up reversed. You may be examining where others have judged you poorly or you judged others poorly, and you're starting to understand how it came from a relation to your own inner dark side. You may have been looking out at the world and seeing only the dark edges and getting very critical. And that's understandable with Saturn coming through and retrograding through your 11th house. But now, understanding that that is an internal issue and not an external issue, what are we going to do with that? What do we do as Venus moves into and through your 12th house? That's way too many cards. All right, so this is going to be our deck. I am going to do an extended session, but this is going to be the deck that we use. The rest of that fell out. But these cards did come up kind of in a separate grouping, so we'll use these now. So what to do? Boundaries. Boundaries that come from a place of love and solace in knowing that you're worth it. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Star card. It may be that you're dealing with Aquarian energy, someone very eccentric, and you love this person because they show you parts of yourself that are eccentric. I mean, really, your career section is that Aquarian energy. Your legacy is to be the one that stands out unapologetically. So, of course, you're attracted to those people in a sense. I think it's time for you to recognize that you can see where you may have placed judgment or had judgment placed on you in a harsh, cruel way, and it left things unbalanced or on their head, so to speak. And now, going forward, you must recognize that there is effort to be put in upholding boundaries that you know need to be there in order to love people. There's an old saying that says boundaries are, I believe I could be miswording it, boundaries are erected so that you can be loved, not so that you're not loved. And they're provided to others so that you can love them. Inside those boundaries, this is where I can love you, and outside of them I stop loving myself. And I think that's what's coming here, is that understanding people who respect your boundaries and respect your limitations are your people, and people who do not are not your people. Yeah, we're gonna go into this in the extended. The Aquarius, this season ends with an Aquarius moon, and Mars conjuncting the sun in the sign across from your own, in your 7th house. There is going to be a reckoning in your relationships, and it comes from a place of self-love, of understanding that you cannot love anyone if you're not properly loving yourself. If you're not properly providing your own boundaries and standards, then it's not truly love. It's some form of codependency, and it's unbalanced. And we're going to get into these cards. There are a whole bunch here. I'll let you take a little peek. Gracious, quite a lot. We'll get into this. There's a lot of cards reversed here. So we're going to get into this. We're going to get into how to undo this judgment so that we can come to a place of balanced peace and offering of actual authenticity and love for self and other, right? We're going to get into this in the extended. My name's Astrobrie. If you want to get the extended, you can DM me or email me at Astrobrie, Astrology, or astrobrie@gmail.com. Talk to you soon. Bye now.